I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us.
Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man. We're back with Roland, and he needs to talk to Gosetsu, and we're in the middle of a sandstorm of some kind. Let's talk to Gosetsu and get going here. All right, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your conversation, Gosetsu. Oh, Roland, you've completed your inquiries? Aye. It is as she said. They believe with every fiber of their being that their bravest warriors will be reborn. As for me, I observed some of their warriors at practice. They are as formidable as the Ornor, perhaps more, and their weapons are their equal as well. Yet while they do not lack in skill and resources, 'tis plain to see that their numbers are inferior. A final piece. Gosetsu has been given much to consider. This has been an educational experience, to say the least. Yet everything we have learned is common knowledge to the people of the steppe. 'Twill not be enough to earn our comrades their freedom. Not less than the Dotharl's plans for the Nodam will suffice, I fear. Well, I've never been one for skulking about. I'll go to Sadu and see what secrets I can prize from her lips. Sadu is the leader. I have a cosplay character of Sadu. Of course I do. I got 60 cosplay characters. I don't quite have her outfit yet. I have to level her up to get her outfit. The spies return, and they have learned naught. Mayhap so, but no longer. Though you hide it well, I know you have devised some manner of cunning stratagem for the Nadam. What? Out with it, I say. We are what you see, Doman. We are Dotharl. Others rely on tricks and traps, subterfuge, lies. We have no need of that, but our own strength. We meet the enemy in battle and kill him. That is why I cared not what you did from the first. There is naught for you to learn. Tell your masters to meet us on the field and make ready to ride with their ancestors. Your confidence is plain, as is your strength. Yet you are not the most prosperous of tribes. The Maul you mock are few, but so too are you. Why? Although a glorious death is to be celebrated, it is yet death. While we kill many, many are killed in turn. In the wake of our battles, the soil drinks deep of the blood of the fallen, their bodies piled high. Not all are born again, only the bravest. Yet one cannot return unless there is a vessel to inherit the soul. And if warriors die ere they birth children, then that is that. Even the brave warrior who finds a vessel will for many years remain a shadow of his former self. It falls to his elders to endure until he is ready to accept his responsibilities. Ever will we meet our enemies in battle without fear. Such is our way. even when our numbers dwindle. If we die, so be it. But know that we fight to live, not to die. The Tharl train and make ready for the day, but they do not rush to meet it, not until we have done our duty. Sadu Katan, Gesser's body has been given to the sands. Then our part is done. Rest, warrior. The Nadam draws near, and you will need your strength. If you intend to fight in the Nadam, you should return to the mall and make ready. But know that when next we meet, you and yours will die, or you could fight for us and live. Think on it, travelers. We shall, but if you would permit me a final question ere we part, where is this place that Gesser has been lain to rest? Though I knew him not, I was there at his end. I wish to say a few words. Rights for the flesh? I have heard of this. Madness, I say, for his body is of the earth now. He will not hear you. But you may speak to the sands, if that is your will. They lie to the west. Make haste, for the Jedon may already have caught his scent. Interesting. My apologies, Roland. This will take but a moment. All right. Now, if you remember in the last episode, I went back here to look for somebody. Well, he wasn't there then, but he is now. After I've talked to Sedu, he pops in. So this is another wind. How are we doing on that anyway? The peaks, the steps, there we go, over here. We have 2 quests to do, and this is, and then one left to find, but I know where it's at. So let's take this one, and then we'll just have one more after this, and then we'll be able to fly. Which, as usual, after we learn how to fly, we don't learn how to fly until we're ready to leave the area. So, but we'll be back. You know, there's other stuff to do here later on. Okay, gather information from 3 of the Ka. Or this is the Ka, I guess. The village. That Mousy, he always happens to run off somewhere. When I try to help him with his training, he does his name a disservice. So we're looking for a youth. Is that what we're doing? You do not believe Mossy to be the reincarnation of a swordsman? Nonsense. There were no other Dotharl born the year Mossy passed. The previous Mossy of the 7 and 7 swords was a true warrior. His swordsmanship was unmatched. I cannot believe he would not be reincarnated. My voice is a little off today. Winter is here. It's not quite freezing yet. We don't get weather below freezing too often. It'll be down to 36 tonight. And that only happens on a clear sky. So we have clear skies today. So it's up in the 50s, 53, I think. And then, that brings it down at night if it's still clear. If we have cloud cover, it kind of warms it up. What are you saying? Of course his name is correct. He may be clumsy with a blade at the moment, but he will improve in time. I hear that the previous Marcy also struggled when he first picked up a sword. All he needs to do is train. I'm not quite sure if the guy's name is Mossy or if that's a title. It sounds like it's a title. Were you able to learn aught? I see. I am exactly as they say. My thanks for your help. Oh, this is him. you, you look like you could hold your own in battle. How did you grow so strong? Well, yeah, during adventures, just leveling up. Fighting and fighting and fighting. Yes, I suppose I'm lacking in experience. I cannot leave the village, but I can learn from you. Could I ask you to teach me? I can think of no better way to make myself stronger. You need not answer right away. All right, so we got the wind thing. That's what we were after. Now, if we continue on with him, we'd probably do some training with him, but I don't need to do that. As I've said from the very get-go, I'm not doing all of these quests that are available. I'm just doing the main storyline. So, all right, now we've got one wind crystal to find and one to do in a quest. I know where the one is to find, so we're going to head over that way. Should be over here on those rocks somewhere. Maybe. There it is. Alrighty. Now there's where Gosetsu is. Looks like he might need a little help. They didn't bury the guy. They just threw him out in the sand. And if you listen to what she said, the leader, they're waiting for those wolf things to eat them. All right. I was just thinking, it's Saturday for me. Sometimes when I'm doing recordings, I talk about time. For example, this is the Saturday after this Thursday, 2 days ago, was Thanksgiving, 2025. And normally I would be saying, oh gosh, yesterday was Thanksgiving, or 2 days ago was Thanksgiving. We're still eating leftovers. Conversation like that. But it's time sensitive because I'm talking about a specific period of time. Thanksgiving, 2025. That's why I'm mentioning this now, because this video might be out there for the next 20 years. And all of a sudden I'm talking about Thanksgiving, and you might be watching it in June. So yeah, I have to be careful sometimes about dating things. But anyway, yeah, 2 days ago was Thanksgiving. It was very nice. We had our full family, my kids, my grandkids here, and it was quite the feast. How sad. He's a young man.
Left for the vultures. It seems an insult to the man. But the soul lives on, they say. These bodies, no more than empty husks, returning to the earth. Seen through those eyes, I suppose the sight is almost comforting. Pardon me? When first I heard the tales, I could not help but scoff. Another queer tribe, I thought, with still queerer customs. Yet having borne witness to their rites, I cannot deny there is a certain logic to it all. A samurai will die for his lord without hesitation or regret. But this is not because he delights in such sacrifice. It is because he has faith that his death will serve a higher purpose. There is an awakening in that instant. When the heart sings, and the blood burns, and his soul finds peace. There is comfort in that.
I agree.
Nay! We dare not permit ourselves that luxury, my friend, tempting though it may be. Not while our loved ones yet remain in chains.
All righty. Are you done here? Well then, we must be on our way. Even Gazer. Let us return to the Dawn Throne and pray that our tale is enough to satisfy our most radiant taskmaster. Meanwhile, deep within the Dawn Throne, oh, they're in a prison? They put them in prison? I didn't remember this.
Well, if there is a way out, I can't see it. Shame we didn't learn much before they locked us up.
'Tis little wonder the Orinir won the last Nardum. These people leave naught to chance.
Hien, I've had something on my mind for a while, and now...
Well, you've got such a beady little brain, it can't be too much.
In Alamigo, where I was born, I found it strange that for all the people who supported the Resistance, there were just as many who didn't. But then we came to this part of the world and met with the Confederacy and lots of ordinary domans, and almost every single one of them seemed content to just put up with things, no matter how bad they got. They all had their reasons, of course, and it's not like I don't understand them, but the thought of it made me so angry. After everything they'd been through, everything the Empire had done to them, how could they not rise up? How could they not fight back?
They pretty much had it beaten out of them.
People are pragmatic creatures at heart.
Yeah, once you get beat down enough times, you get to the point where why is it, what's the point? If I stand up, I'm gonna get beat down again. If I don't stand up, I'm still alive. I can still work and eat and hopefully keep from getting beat up again.
They hold on to hope only until they taste true hardship. Then comes fear and regret. Safer not to dream, they conclude at last. For even should a day go by without some new disappointment, the next will only bring more of the same, and so they choose the more sensible option. They learn to abide the indignities and injustices, the pain and the shame, to accept them as normal. Such is the lot of most men. One cannot expect to spur them to action at a moment's notice. But if one who has known their pain can convince them to strive for something greater and rekindle the fire in their hearts, then they will remember what they have lost, and they will rise.
We'll see. Not all, maybe.
I had someone like that once. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be, and he risked his life to show me the way.
She's reaching up because that's where her tattoo was. Now, it was a fake tattoo, but it still had meaning. And she's talking about Papalimo, the little Lalafell that gave his life in that last battle.
Then honor him by doing the same for others with all your might and main. You know, when my homeland fell 25 years past, I was still in my mother's womb. Never have I known a free Doma. But my father did, as did many of my fallen comrades, as do many of my people now. It may be no more than a dream to me, but if I do not chase it, then who will?
The way you carry it all, you're just the same.
As you?
Oh, no, not me. Definitely not me. I meant the warrior of light. Out there, somewhere. Doing what needs to be done. I won't have you put me to shame any longer. I'm going to seize the future I want, with my own two hands.
All right, well, don't die doing it. Okay, what do we got here? Fending, maiming, striking, scouting. We'll take the maiming. Oh, I can't get it yet. That's what I will get after finishing this. Uh-oh. I sped on. I didn't read what he said. Dang it. I think he said, come on, let's go. As the gods will, speak with Magni. Yeah, he just said, let's go back. Talk to the taskmaster. That's what he's calling him. Oh. Buzz you there. Oh, he didn't like that. How about you? Buzz you there. Yeah, he didn't like it either. All right, we still got to find one of those blue quest lines. There may be one up here on the top of that tower thing. There's another etherite, but it's up on a hill. Once I fly, I can fly up there and get it. There's a village up there that you do crafting. If I don't do crafting, I don't have to worry about it. If I do crafting, then I gotta get up there. I don't plan on doing any crafting with Roland at least until, he's leveled up to 100. Crafting is a lot of grinding, and I only have a few crafters. My main is a crafter, and then I have 2 accounts, so I've got a main character on the other account that's a crafter, and then I've got 2 legendary characters, and I'm crafting with both of them. The rest of my characters are either alternatives or cosplay characters, and all I do is just grind with those and just get their levels up. Let's see, what do we have? Alright, don't have a blue one. It looks like all we've got is the main quest line there. Let me take a look at the map. Well, hasn't showed up yet, so let's go in and talk to the leader here. All that you have been and seen and heard, your knowledge, I would have it. There you go. That's all of it. No secret stratagems, you say? Well, that's well. I expected as much. The Dathral are not schemers. They live only for war, for the contest of strength and will. They are fierce, aye, and to face one is to court death. Meet us on the field and make ready to ride with your ancestors. Such were the words of their Khothan Sadu. Speak not that devil's name in the presence of the most radiant. You bade us to tell you of the Dathral, yet you will not hear the name of their leader. After the last Nadam, she gave great offense. The most radiant brother called to him the women of the steppe, that he might look into their eyes and see if Nahami looked back. Okay. The most radiant brother is the leader. Called to him the woman of the steppe. Okay. He's looking for his soulmate, is what he's looking for. His Nami. And if he thinks it's this other gal, she's a wildcat. And evidently he was offended. But every woman that comes in here, he looks at and he says, "Are you my Nami? Are you my Nami?" It's kind of pathetic. But then Gaiden, that feral god, she spat curses and called forth flames. She scorched the soil and refused to present herself. So he called her, and she just stood up for herself. 3 days and nights had we fought to claim the Dawn throne, and still she shows Brother Magni such disrespect, such defiance by rights she should pay with her life. Speak not another word, Batu, or you will pay with yours. You're shaming him. Her words are air, as the Domans say. However, they are proof of your service to the sun. Go and fetch the others from their cells. Can you imagine? Those chairs look like just rocks, stones. And that guy's sitting on one all damn day. My lord, Lys, you are unharmed. Thanks to you and Roland, we're free to return to Maul. I take it. By your deeds have you proven yourselves to be warriors, brave and true. You may return to the Maul and make ready for the Nadam on one condition. To fight in the Nadam is to be bound by it. Swear here and now to abide by the law of the steppe, to accept the supreme authority of the Kagan, whomever it may be. It'll be me. We swear. Don't swear. Your mommy will wash your mouth out with soap. Can you imagine? That's what they used to do to kids when I was young. If you said a foul word, they'd take soap and take a bar of soap and stick it in your mouth, and rub it around, and oh god. Well done, my friends. I knew you would not fail. I should be glad to hear of your experience with the Thal, but as time is of the essence, let us converse en route. Come, come. Serena and the others are waiting. I was going to show you Serena and Sadu, my cosplay characters, but I was too lazy to log them in. They may pop up one of these days. Good morrow to you, sir. Do you wish to hire a falcon? Did I get one from Maul? Yeah, I did. All right, we're going to fly there. Why not? It's only 90 gil. It's not that far. I could have jumped down there. So you can't tell by looking at Serena. That's her right there. I made a cosplay character of her. Again, I don't have her clothes though. The character that I made is a newer character, so she's not high enough level. The clothes that she's wearing are about a level 60, and the character that I made is only about level 30 right now. But that fight that we had, that I got the big bird as a gift for winning that dungeon. If you run that dungeon, you can get this outfit. If you're lucky, you got to run it, several times to get every piece, and make sure that it's a piece that you can wear. So when you go through a dungeon, you may get an outfit, say a chest piece. That's for a summoner. Okay, that's not going to work for a bard, a bow and arrow person. So if you're a bow and arrow person and you run through, you got to wait until that drops. And again, you can't tell by looking, but her weapon is a bow. And it's not a bow you can get in the game. It's a special bow that she handmade. Thank the gods you're all right. When you failed to return, I feared the worst. But here you are, hale and whole, and you survived Bardam's medal. Blessed are we to have you as allies. With your strength, we may have a chance. Doesn't matter what we take. I've been taking maiming just because I may end up selling it. The Nadam is nigh, and Serena would have you make your final preparations. My friends, we are come to the final day of the Tazgan Sar to the Nadam. Well, that was quick. The battle will commence with the rising of the sun. The gnarl will scatter the soil, and the steppe will be unbound. A great ovu will erupt from the earth and call for a new Kagan. All will converge upon the light, and the warrior who claims it will win the day. Precious little time remains. Pray, use it to prepare for the battle. Many of the young ones have never taken part in the Nadam. They are nervous. Perhaps you might favor them with some few words. It would do much to ease their fears. Okay, so she wants us to talk to some of their young warriors. We can do that. Hello. When we were young, my friends and I could scarcely wait to challenge Bardam's medal. We longed to become warriors. The day came and went, and we were rarely fought men, mostly beasts, and now we must stand against the Ornir and the Dothrol. You have seen them, taken their measure. Do you believe we can win? I believe I can win. You can. Have faith. Yes, yes. 'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Surely it is their will that we win. Of course. Keep thinking that, sister. Ah, it's you, the one who helped the children with the chores. For that, I must thank you. Though mayhap I will repay the favor in battle. Yes, I too will fight in the Nadam, though you may not see me. While you and yours contest the Elvu, my comrades and I will devote our efforts to preventing other tribes from interfering. So the Elvu is like a goalpost. Only it's like a tattoo in the ground, and it glows, and you have to go and kneel before it for a period of time, and then if you are successful, you will be the next leader of the whole steppe. But while you're there kneeling on this thing, there's about 100 people trying to knock you off. So you have to find a time when everybody else is being, busy fighting, and get there. It's pretty tough. You're going to get knocked out several times. We are few, but we are weak. We are few and we are weak, but we shall do what we can to aid you. Go well, traveler, and if it be the gods will let us speak again when the day is done. I didn't read that very well. Diligent Maul warrior. How strange this feeling, the thrill before battle, a battle in which I may die. People die all the time, many of them in their sleep. I'm not going to do that one. We will fight, we will win, and we will return to the mall together. There you go, a little cheer. Yes, yes, of course we will. I must have faith. I must have courage. I have not always understood the motives of the gods, but I have accepted their guidance ever since I was a child. If they would have us fight, I must believe that they have their reasons. So I shall fight with all my might, and if it is the gods' will, then we shall win. There you go. One more. Where's it at? Over around the corner? Perhaps? I don't know. Maybe it's inside. Oh, it is. At the behest of the Khatoon, you speak with us, yes? You are kind to do so, and I am grateful. Do not underestimate the power of words. A warrior conquers one with his hands, but 1,000 with his head. Even you cannot fight forever. Well, true. Already, I sense a change in the people. Their hearts soothed, their resolve strengthened. This we owe to you. We are of the soil, the wind and the water. We are not conquerors. But we are yet the children of Nahami. We are yet Zela. We were made for battle, to kill and to be killed. We delight not in such things, but let no man doubt that they are in our nature. Flesh, blood, bone, that which was given, we offer unto the gods as tribute this day we embrace death, ours and our enemies. So too must you embrace this truth, for this is who we are, who you are become as warriors of the steppe. May the gods guide you to victory. All that remains is to wait for daybreak. Alrighty. Well, if next I talk to her, we go into battle, and it'll be a long one, 15, 20, 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. It's hard to say. Depends how well I do. But that's a story for another day, and we'll do that in the next episode. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you then. Take care of yourself, take care of your families, and ta-ta for now.